What's up, guys? Resto Rod's back for another video today. So today I want to talk to you guys about some tools that I bought that I really regret buying because they literally suck. Okay, they don't do their job very well, if at all, in some cases. And I mean, what else can I say? They're just terrible tools. And the last one is kind of a weird situation, but we'll talk about it when we get there. Alright, so number one, okay, is the Mac Tools 12 volt electric ratchet. Okay, this thing is a literal piece of junk. Okay, it's a little dirty because I used it the other day, but otherwise look how nice it is. Fairly clean. Look at the anvil, very little wear for the most part. I haven't used it because it's junk. Okay, first one I bought the 1/4 inch and I used it for a while and it sucked. I mean, literally, you'd be lucky to get a 1/4 20 bolt off with that thing. Okay, and if you know what the torque is on a 1/4 20 bolt, you should have no problem. And I mean, sure, this isn't an impact, it's not meant for like hammering shit loose, but I mean, come on, you know, there's certain things you expect. So I traded it in for the 3/8 in the hopes that that thing was decent, and it's not. It's just as bad. So literally, don't buy this freaking tool. I bought this tool because I am all DeWalt. The rest of my stuff had batteries that would interchange. This made sense. This thing is going to do one of two things. I'm going to put this thing in my tool cart at home, or I'm going to trade it in for the Snap-on. Either way, when the big 3/8, the 70 foot-pound 3/8 comes out, when the 70 foot-pound 3/8 comes out, I'm trading it in or something. I'm getting it. Alright, that's number 5. Let's talk about number 4. Okay. This thing. Literally, you have to be like, I don't know. I don't know if it's just me or what, but obviously this is a through ground kind of setup, and man, I really have a hard time with reliability. I mean, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I mean, I don't know if it's the way I'm trying to ground. I mean, I don't know, but all I know is it sucks. I'd rather just pick up my multimeter or my power probe. So that's that. For the money, I mean, I guess, but it just hasn't worked for me. It may work for other people, but it hasn't worked for me. So that's number 4. Number 3, these things are freaking junk. Okay, what do they call these things? What is it, like yeah, they're RBRT line. You're supposed to be able to take off Allen. I think they have some Torx, maybe some triple square stuff, I don't know, but that may be a little bit rounded. And so far, out of the 5-6 times that I've used them, for that reason, for the reason of having a little bit rounded fastener, I would have had better luck with a pair of vice grips. You know what I mean? And we're not talking like anything extravagant, like super rounded. Just they just suck. So anyway, guys, I wouldn't buy these either. Seriously consider trading those in. One something. I don't know what. Maybe trade these and that ratchet in for an air hammer. Or I'm in the market for an air hammer, but I really want the snap-on. Anyway. Alright, so number 2. Mac pliers. Okay. And they sell these in like 12-piece kits, and I bought 2 different kits. A long reach set and a regular set. I think they were 11 or 12 piece, both of them come with a bag. Every single pair of them, except the plug wire pullers, which it's kind of hard to screw those up, but every pair sucks. I mean, and I think these are obviously a rebranded set, I believe, because you see similar sets on the Cornwell and Matco truck, and I wouldn't buy those either. They're junk. And you guys know that I got a whole rack of these fucking things. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. I mean, I've got like, and I bought some on the other end, so well over 20 pairs of pliers. Even the little ones really suck. Everything except for the mini dikes suck. I wouldn't buy these. Eventually I'm going to trade the whole set in on like 10 or 12 pair of snap-ons. Might keep the plug wire pullers, but that's it. Now, you see here, there's only 4 here. And this is top 5. Well, let me tell you why. Because I don't have the 5th one. Not because it's not on the list or I haven't bought it or had it. It's literally because I don't have it. It had to have been nearly 2 years ago. Okay, I bought this snap-on auto darkening welding helmet in carbon, and it was a little bit over 200 bucks. Actually, let's see if it's in the catalog. Let me see here. And when I bought this thing, okay, it sat on the shelf for a while because I was using my other one. I didn't want to screw it up. And I got it out one day. I was having to do a lot of welding, some TIG welding. So I knew I wasn't going to mess it up because I was TIGging. And page 562. So I started welding with it, and about lunchtime, man, this thing had flashed me like crazy. Yeah, here they are. So it's an auto darkening version of that helmet there. Or actually, it's this one, because that's the auto darkening one. This one in the carbon color. And you know, despite the fact that the helmet was real flimsy, the strap that run from the battery charge to the battery pack to the face of the helmet was like all getting tangled up, and it was shit. Despite that fact, it flashed me, literally flashed me. I was having trouble seeing for a couple days, and I had this thing sitting out up there with the case off of it, letting it charge. And there's no reason, you know, this thing had been sitting for like a month. There was no reason this thing should have flashed me. So the next week, and this was in between a time when I had my original snap-on dealer that owns the truck that my current rep runs. So I bought that helmet. It had sat, he swapped, got in with the rep, and I said, dude, this helmet flashed the shit out of me. It sucks. It's garbage. He's like, all right, man, let me send it into Snap-on. I'm like, all right, whatever. So he sent it into Snap-on. Dude, this has been like 2 years ago. And honestly, I've kind of forgot about it a few times. I've asked about it a few times, and from what I understand, they haven't got the helmet back. So, you know, it's not the rep's fault, but honestly, for $200+ I could have went down and got a really nice Miller helmet, and that would have been a 10-15+ year helmet. So moral of the story, don't buy that helmet. So anyway guys, that's my top 5 tools that I wish I hadn't bought that are just complete junk that don't do their job. Appreciate it guys. Resto Rods out. Deuces. Wait a minute. One last thing. We've got the subscriber call out today. And the subscriber call out today is CP the Tool Addict. He's been with me since damn near the start. You've been an awesome subscriber, always commenting, leaving awesome comments. Man, you're awesome. I appreciate you. Resto Rods out. Deuces. One last thing, guys. Please like, comment, and most importantly, subscribe. We've got people watching these videos, but they're not subscribing. Guys, it's free. It doesn't cost you anything. It's just a click of a button. Help me out here. Subscribe. Thanks, guys. I'm out.